Hello, we're back on Farming Simulator 25, and this is a map that's in the United States. It's Waseca County, Minnesota. Waseca County, Minnesota. And I've been to Minnesota. And we're going to go over some cool things about this map. It's a really good map. And one of the cool things is you can go inside the house. I'm actually on the balcony outside my bedroom. Look at that. And I like the fact you can go in the house. And I wish they had more maps where you could go inside your house. Just gives you another realm of realism, except for you got a duck to go down here because you're too tall. All right. Got another, this door works, goes outside. Got a cool little kitchen here, bathroom in there, half bath. This door works. And when you start the game, you're right out here on the front porch, and this is your sleep button right here. Okay, you have this one big field, which is really big. It's 20 something acres of actual field, which is pretty good. And then you have this little tiny field right here, okay, which is not much at all. But it does get you rolling, okay? You have a silo, but it's a meridian silo. So if you know how to do that, you do not own the red one that allows you to take material out. You have the yellow one that allows you to put it in. So at some point, you're going to have to swap that out for a regular silo or get the red conveyor that you can get your material out with. You have a grass cutter because you have a cow barn. You got this basic seeder here, which is pretty good. The same as on Riverbend Springs. Same thing with the Massey Ferguson harvester. You got a cool international pickup truck. Your little house there, clotheslines. You got a little storage here, but it's too short to get a whole lot in. But you have this tiny, tiny baler. I would upgrade that if you're going to do that. You got these little structures here that are just for looks. You do come with some fertilizer and seeds, which is good. And you have a cow barn. Okay, and it holds 57 cows. You have to get that going. You have a nice shed over here to put your gear in. I mean, your harvester will even fit in there. And inside there, you got a windrower. Let's run down the equipment real quick that you have. Okay, you got a small plow. You got that conveyor that allows you to put material in. You got your seeder, your truck. You got the 116 horsepower John Deere 3650. You have a John Deere cultivator. And you have that windrower. You have a very small mixer for TMR. You have a very small baler. And you have another tractor with 210 horsepower, which is pretty good. And you have your harvester with the header. And you got a small trailer. Well, it's not the smallest. It's 18 and a half cubic meters, which is pretty good. You got your mower there and your gear there you can pull with either tractor, which is kind of cool. But it's really small for this very large field here. So you might want to upgrade some of that when you start planting and harvesting. This is a large field. It starts with soybeans in there, and you have oats in your other field. Okay, let me show you some productions on the map. Okay, starting from the top there, you get a bakery, carpentry, cement factory, cereal factory, cooper, dairy, grain mill, grape processing unit, oil mill, paper factory. And this is interesting. We'll take a closer look at this. You have 2 pig feed mills, potato processing plant, which is pretty cool. You need sunflower oil and potatoes, and a preserved food factory, rope maker, sawmill, and another sawmill, and a soup factory, spinnery, sugar mill, tailor shop, and that's it for productions. Let's take a look at this pig feed. Okay, for this you need corn, soybeans, oats, and mineral feed. And you're starting out with a very small amount of oats in a field and some soybeans. So if you plant corn next, uh, then you could purchase this pig feed. I think it's about $250,000. Let's take a quick look here. Okay, this is where they are right here, and it's 249,000. Okay, so this is where you take your material, you drop it off here, and then you're going to pick it up over here. Okay, once it starts making pig feed. Okay, now let me give you a little cautionary tale here. There's a dispenser over here where you can buy pig food. Okay, right here. However, it is very expensive. Okay, very expensive. It's going to cost you a lot more than buying it from the shop. So if you want to start some pigs, you can buy it from the shop. One reason they have that is that when you buy it from the shop, okay, when you buy pig food from the shop, it comes in a pallet, looks like that. Okay, and I'm going to show you these farms up here, but hold that thought because it's going to be significant here in a minute. Okay, you got one of your cell points there, the grain mill. Now, something interesting that you didn't see in the equipment, okay, is this semi here that you can enter and use. It's not listed under your equipment, but if you scroll through, you'll see it. And it has a livestock trailer and a trailer for material and another trailer. So you can haul your goods with this to get you going. However, you can't do maintenance on it. Okay, so once it starts to wear out, you're going to need to buy your own. Since you don't actually own it, you can't maintain it. And also, there's a forklift up at the shop. Let's hop over to the shop. By the way, this is where the livestock, let's visit that real quick. Livestock dealer is just right down from where we were. And there's another dispenser here that allows you to buy some other type things. Okay, the shop and a lot of your points of sale are going to be up in this little village area. So let's hop over there and take a look. Okay, see, I just went into the forklift that you can use, but you don't own it. Okay, you don't own it. So when you buy your stuff, it's going to show up here. Pull it between here for maintenance. And you can see you have like a little village up here with different things. There's a bank. There's some homes. And a lot of your points of sale are going to be in this area. Okay, I'm not going to go over all of them. Your gas station is right there. You got the spinnery, all these different points of sale. Grain mill, these production places, all the ones we saw on the list are up here for the most part. Farmers market. There's some cool farms you can purchase in here. We're going to look at those real quick. Okay, this little farm has a chicken pen. It has a regular silo, has a water source, a house, and some storage, and it comes with some lights and a gas thing. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. If you want to buy that little farm, you got to get this field, and it's going to cost you $1.6 million. Most of them come with a big field. Okay. Well, let's go on around. So there's some more. There's a little tiny one here, and it's 325. It has a flat area here with no buildings, but it's a good place to put some of your own productions or greenhouses or something. You got some interesting ones over here. This is a small one here. Pretty good sized field. It comes with a little small farm, small silo, a little small shed, and not much else. But it's kind of cool. Now, interestingly enough, when you purchase this field, okay, for 642,000, it's a pretty good sized field. You get a little farm here, but also notice as I click on that, this turns green too. So you also get this over here. So let's take a look at this one. Okay, this is the main farm part. You get a farmhouse, you have a gas tank, fuel tank. Get, once again, those meridian silos. I'm not a big fan, but it does add a sense of realism. Your farmhouse and a storage shed, storage barn, and then you got a water source too. But let's hop over to the other part of your real estate that you get. You got this little easement right here. Okay, now this little farm has some very nice storage buildings, big storage buildings. I like it. Look at there, big storage buildings and a sheep pen. So it's a pretty sweet deal when you buy that other large field there for 672,000 bucks. You get all these buildings and a sheep pen. Uh, so when I first purchased it, I was like, wait a minute, it says I have another sheep pen. So where is that? So it is down here. Okay, you got this little field here. And you got this area here. If you like to do forestry, it includes all these trees. Okay, so when you get that little forestry area, you have a home, you got a barn, and you get this little deal, but you also get the small sawmill. So you are up and running there with some stuff to do if you like to do forestry. So you could do the farm manager thing and purchase that and get into forestry right away. So I like the way they have these different things set up and they're concentrated on different things. You get this farm down here. All right, now this one's cool. I like the log cabin there. That's pretty nice. And it looks like you can go inside. But either way, that it's really cool. So it's got a log cabin. You have a large, some storage over here. You have this large bunker silo. You have a chicken pen, some large meridian silos again, and you have a cow pen. So this is a pretty good farm. Like I say, for 600,000, you're going to get all, the cow pen, the chicken pen, the house, that small field, and all that. So that's a pretty good deal. There's some smaller fields here and there. There's also some big ones. Now, the one I'm talking about is this. It's 1.1 million. Has some nice stuff there. Okay, once again, it's got the meridian silos. You have a farmhouse. Okay, you got a chicken pen. You got some storage here. You got some, two storage buildings down there. A decorative couple of barns, and you got two greenhouses right here, which is pretty cool to get you rolling with some money there if you like this type of farm. So you certainly plant some barley and have those chickens up and running. This is a great farm here too. But let me show you this other one. This is the granddaddy farm here that I would try to get. And ultimately, what you want to do is get one of these pig feeds. So your goal is to get your farm going. You got soybeans and oats, plant some corn, buy this pig feed thing after you've been in the map for a couple of years. Then you can purchase this for 222,000. Okay, you get this little field we were just in. It's only like 3 acres, but hey, but you're going to get these two large pig pens. They hold 1,200 pigs each. Okay, now it's a little tricky getting your food in there if you notice. This is where you put it, but what you got to do is back the corner of your trailer right into here for it to accept it, and it will accept the food. And then your straw goes on the other side. I put manure basins right in here. I tried it on the end down here and it wouldn't recognize it. It looks like a good spot right here for a manure basin. I put one and it didn't work. So I had to put one between there. This is where you dump your straw. Okay, and this is where you do your pigs. But let me just show you. This one comes with pigs. They're babies, but you got 1,200 pigs in there. So what you can do, once you've been on the map for a couple of years, for 25 months, you buy that pig feed, you get some pig feed, you buy this for $222,000 and you get that little field. You go to next month and you have almost $3 million worth of pigs. Okay. So once again, if you wait and you're on the map for a couple of years, okay, so these are like 25 months old. They're babies right now. You have the pig feed, so you can put pig feed in there. You can't put pallets in here. So the only other way to do that is to get pallets, dump them, and get something to load your stuff and move it into there. That would work, but it won't accept the pallets for food. At least I couldn't get it to work. But the regular pig feed from the pig feed. Now, you'll need about 50,000 liters of pig food to go to the next month and then sell those for almost $3 million. You're going to get 2,500 each times 1,200. Okay. You'll need 50,000 liters of food. You could buy it from that food station, but that's going to cost you about 285,000 bucks. Okay, which is a lot. However, if you're going to turn around and make 3 million the next month, who cares, right? So that's one way to do it. If you don't have the pig food thing yet, you could spend your money on the 285 pig food and put it in here. Now you got $3 million. Okay, we're back at our little farm here. That's pretty much the map. Like I say, you start with this giant field over here, 20 something acres of soybeans. You got like 3 acres, not even. You got this small field here of oats. You got a house you can go in. You got a cow pen, but you don't have any grass fields. You do have quite a bit of grass around your farm to kind of get you rolling. But you'd have to manually turn that into hay, and you don't have a tedder either. What I did is I replaced that, put a pig pen in there to get me going on the pigs. I put grass in this field, bought another field, put a sheep pen down there to give me some money. And there you go. And you might want to put a regular silo there if you don't fool with that. There you go. That's the map. It's Waseca County, Minnesota. Now, because it's in Minnesota, you do get a lot of snow in the winter. Some of you like that, some of you don't. I kind of liked it. It was cool. I was able to travel, but it's a challenge. It gets pretty deep, with a good berm and all that. So if you want to play in the snow, you'll get a lot of snow here in the winter months. Okay, but it's a great map, has a lot of good rolling terrain. It's very pretty. Your fields are not necessarily square. They're not perfectly flat. There's rolling hills everywhere. Not mountainous, but there's nice rolling hills everywhere. Got this little water feature here, a pond. So it's a pretty map. Very pretty map. There's your shop and everything over here. It's a little ways from your shop. Takes you a minute to get there. But I'm enjoying this map. It's a lot of fun. It has some good detail and terrain on it. And I like the way it's done. Very nicely done. So that's it. I'm Farmer Teacher. This is Waseca County. And give us a thumbs up. Share this with your farming buddies so they might want to play on this too up in Minnesota. And I'll see you on the next go around. Bye-bye.